2020 has just started, you're feeling great, you're making big steps towards your goals, you establish the perfect routine, and then coronavirus happens. Stores and gyms close, events are canceled, you can barely even leave your house, and if you're lucky enough to still have a job, you're probably working from home. Now all of a sudden you're starting to notice that it's hard to stay motivated and stay productive. You somehow feel like you have more time and less time at the same time. This is a problem because now you start to feel lost and overwhelmed and unmotivated and stuck, and it's just hard for you to complete your work, whether that's homework or chores around the house or passion projects that you've been putting off. But why? What is it about quarantine that's making you feel this way? Well, I actually had a coaching call with a client earlier this week who was in this exact position. The past couple years, she had been super busy, but still somehow managed to get everything done on time and at a high quality. But now all of a sudden that she has all this extra time and all she's doing is taking a class, she's struggling to even focus on it. So I shared a story with her that finally shed some light on this problem that had been confusing her for so long. And so I want to share that with you too, because hopefully it can have the same effect on you. So I was a freshman in college and I had a ton on my plate. Spring semester might have been the busiest few months of my entire life. I was on the rowing team, which means I had to wake up early in the morning for practice, sometimes also practice in the afternoon, and then race on the weekends. Plus I was in the process of joining a fraternity, which means a lot of long meetings late at night all throughout the semester. And on top of that, I had a girlfriend, and we all know how much time a relationship can take. And guess what? It turned out that that semester was the only semester in my whole college experience where I got a 4.0 grade point average, meaning I got all A's in all my classes. Now, contrast that with the very next semester, fall semester of my second year. I had quit the rowing team and I was already a member of the fraternity, so I didn't have nearly as many responsibilities as I did the semester before. And guess what? This ended up being the semester where I had the lowest GPA of my entire college experience. You'd think that having more time would correlate with better academic performance, but in my case, it was actually the exact opposite. And so the reason I tell you this story is because now when I look back at it, I can't help but think that the reason for this was because of my predominant mindset during each of the two periods. When I had a ton to do, my brain and my body were just in overdrive, constantly working as hard and as efficiently as possible to get everything done. And when I had very little to do, I would kind of relax and slack off and not really work too hard, and I think that creeped into my academic life. So while of course not everyone's the same and different things will work for different people, what I've found in my experience is that if you want to be productive, you need to be in work mode. And there are two ways of getting into it. The first way is obvious, and it's exactly what I just explained. Just have a ton of stuff to do, and then you're forced to be more efficient and get it all done in a smaller amount of time. But if you're like most of us during quarantine, chances are you don't have a ton of stuff to do right now. What I've found over this past couple weeks, a strategy that I've been using, it's been working really well for me, is just simply blocking out your time and giving yourself more things to do. And so during this time, you can do things, whether it's like little chores that you know you should do but you've been putting off, or big interesting projects that you've been considering starting but just haven't pulled the trigger on. Personally for me, what this means is that I've been spending 1 hour every single day working on what I call passion projects, things that sound interesting and fun to me, but they're not directly productive. And so I didn't put them high on my list of priorities before, but now that I have to spend an hour only doing one of those things, I do it every day. And so what I've noticed is that by adding this hour, it's taking 1 hour away from everything else, which automatically makes me more efficient because I'm still getting the same amount of work done, just in a smaller amount of time. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and brainstorm 3 or 5 or even 10 different things that you've been meaning to do, but you've just been putting them off, whether that's little chores or even big passion projects like I was talking about. Then choose an amount of time that you want to spend every day working on these things, whether it's as little as 5 minutes or as long as 2 hours. And during this time, all you can do is one of those things from the list. You're not allowed to do anything else. And then of course, commit to doing it every day, because if you just don't make this a priority and you say, oh, it's okay, I can skip today, then you're just gonna skip every day and you're never actually gonna do it. So make it a huge priority to make sure that every day you get in those 5 or 30 or 45 minutes of this thing. And you should notice that you'll not only start to be more productive, but you'll also start to feel happier because you're finally getting things done that you've been meaning to do for a while, whether it's little chores like I keep saying, or even just starting on these big projects that are just dreams and ideas in your head. You're finally going to start bringing them to life. So go ahead and give it a try and let me know if it works for you. And if you found this helpful and would like to go deeper on any of these topics, go ahead and check out my Patreon page where I offer one-on-one coaching on any topic that you might be stuck with. We can even do the first call for free to see if we'd be a good fit or not, and honestly, that's actually how this video today was made. The client I was telling you about was actually a free coaching call. It was our first call, and she came to me with this problem that she was stuck with for so long, and just by me sharing this story, she was actually helped out a ton. And so hopefully I can provide the same sort of results for you. And so with that being said, this brings the video to an end. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.